Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. In this video today, I want to go over my power rankings for the LCS season for 2023. This is now that the offseason is pretty much over, barring anything like really crazy happening, and we have a pretty good idea of who all the rosters are going to be for the next season. So in this video, not only will I be giving my rankings from 10 to 1, but we can also, while doing that, be covering all the new teams and rosters, just in case you miss anything from the offseason, or if you just want a reminder, refresh, or whatever. But first, a word from today's sponsor, which is, of course, Prize Picks. This is daily fantasy made easy, and now is a very perfect time to get started on Prize Picks because they have the 12 days of Picksmas going on right now. And this promo means you get to unwrap a new promo every single day during these 12 days. So they always have a great selection of games. They always have a great selection of promotions and things going on, really giving back to their users. But now is even more so for the holiday season. And the promo for today, December 17th, is Catch the Gingerbread Man. Keep your eyes peeled for 15-minute flash sales. So if that sounds great to you, if you guys want to check it out, get started on Prize Picks, check out the first link in the description below. They're actually going to match your first deposit up to $100 for new users. And of course, you're helping support me, my channel, and my content. But with that being said, let's get right into this. I'm going to try and switch this over to, here we go. The rankings that I'm going to be going over for all the teams. Here are the rosters up on the screen. I can uncover the FlyQuest roster real quick. Impact, Spica, Vikla, Prince, and Ayla. And then we have, the other 9 rosters that you can see pretty easily. And let's just get straight into it. At number 10, who I think right now, and this could change, especially once we start seeing these teams play, it could change. Right now, this is, super speculative. We're having to predict not only what form each of these players is going to be in the new season, in the new meta, but also how these players are going to play together as a team. This is, just really difficult to do overall. And I'm just giving my thoughts and opinions. Feel free to give yours. Try not to be too flamey, toxic to me or to other people, whatever. But number 10, I'm going with Immortals. I think this is just the worst roster in the LCS. I have never really been all that big of a fan of Revenge. Yes, he is a native top laner, and he's, decent. I wouldn't go as far as to say as he has been good that often in the LCS. Kenvi is still a hyped up prospect. He had his moments for sure during the 2022 season, but is he alone enough to make this Immortal team pop off? I don't know. I don't think so. Blaze Olive, I do think is good, maybe even a little bit underrated, but again, how consistently good is he? I don't know. Tactical is going to be really boom or bust, and I think that's honestly a good pickup for Immortals because you need someone who does have the potential to boom, but there is also a fair amount of the bust potential that you have to factor in for Tactical, and then I think Fleshy is just kind of a weird random pickup, could potentially be one of the worst players in the LCS this season. Overall, I just don't see a way that this Immortals team is going to be able to very consistently win games. That's why I have them at 10. At number 9, this is a little bit hard for me, but I'm going to be going with Golden Guardians. I am a decently big fan of Licorice. I think he's pretty good. I think he's pretty underrated. River, same thing with him. I think he had a really big spring, kind of cooled off in summer. I think he can be good, can be bad. He's okay. Gory, kind of interesting, kind of exciting. We'll have to see how he comes over and does. Stixxay and Huhi, they have their moments of being good. I think Huhi was really disappointing throughout a lot of moments in 2022, but he was still on some really good 100 Thieves teams that did a lot of good things. He's done a lot of winning. Maybe 9 is even too low for Golden Guardians. Maybe I'm selling them a little bit short. I don't know. I really think 7, 8, and 9 are all very close. Yeah, I don't know. It's like 9, 8, 7, maybe. I don't know. It's really hard for me to differentiate between these teams right now. But at the end of the day, I don't really know what to expect. And I think there's a lot of inconsistency between Licorice, River, and Huhi. Gory, I expect to be pretty solid. Stixxay, I don't expect to be all that good. And overall, this roster is just kind of uninteresting to me, so I have them towards the bottom. At number 8, I'm going with TSM. Again, if you had Golden Guardians over TSM, I would totally get it. But I think this TSM team has some things going for them at least. I think Chime was pretty good last year. I mean, now that I'm looking at this roster more, I got to change this up. There's no way. We got to go with Golden Guardians at 8. We got to go with TSM at 9. Buggy, I'm not that excited for. Neo, I'm not that excited for. Solo, he's good. He's like a rock, but they're going to win a ton of games playing through Solo or because of Solo. I don't see it. I do really like Chime, but man, looking at this TSM roster again, it just doesn't do it for me. I have them at 9. Golden Guardians at 8. I'm going with Dignitas at 7. This is kind of a weird roster. I think Spawn and Ignar might be the worst bot lane in the LCS, probably are the worst bot lane in the LCS. But they do have Armut, Santorin, and Jensen. Jensen I don't really think was that good last year, but I think he knows how to win and could potentially bounce back this year now that he's had, getting like a full offseason and he's had a full kind of split back to competitive and stuff. And then you have Armut and Santorin who, in their own ways, each had their own struggles last year individually and like team-wise and stuff like that. But still, so many guys that know how to win games. I find it hard to believe that this Dignitas team is going to be worse than TSM or Golden Guardians or Immortals or anything like that. I could even maybe see a ceiling for Dignitas at like 5th or 6th, but I do think 7th is probably the most likely outcome for them. I have CLG at 6. This team was kind of the feel-good story of last year. They really came on strong. They had people hyped up and excited, not only about North American talent, but about some of these players specifically and the teamwork and the camaraderie and all that stuff. I'm pretty disappointed that they didn't make any changes in the offseason. I don't think they needed to do like some kind of massive overhaul or anything. Obviously, they had a lot of things going right, but I think a lot of things went right for them to be in the positions they were last year. I don't really know if they are as good as kind of the run that they went on. And I think they're still probably like a piece, maybe even 2 big significant pieces away from being a really, really solid team. I would have loved to see them pick up, either a big name veteran or even a big name prospect to really round out this team, because yes, there are some exciting parts, but like, is Dokla going to be a beast throughout the whole year? Is Palafox going to play this year like he did all of last year? Contracts has been wildly inconsistent throughout his LCS career. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, it is possible that these guys develop and keep getting better. It's possible that they stagnate. I think the most likely is that they maybe regress a little bit. That's why I have them at 6. And now between 5 and 4, it's really hard for me. But I am going to be going with C9 at 5, and I know that's going to make a lot of people mad. Fudge, return to top lane went pretty well, and especially in the LCS, but he kind of did not have a great Worlds. I'm wondering how he's going to bounce back from that. Obviously, Blabber is Blabber. He's great. He's amazing. Diplex is a big question mark for me. Sven is a big question mark for me. He looked way different in some different metas. And C9 as a whole looked different in different metas. When the meta is, hey, Berserker, go off, 1v9, go carry, C9 is going to be very good. But what about all the other metas? I don't know. I think it's going to be a little bit interesting. And yes, C9 are the defending champs. But it's not like they were a dominant team throughout all of 2022 or anything like that. And it's not like other LCS teams didn't get a lot stronger. And did C9 get stronger? Is Diplex going to be an upgrade over Jensen? And are these 2023 versions of all the C9 players going to be as good or better than they were in 2022? Or maybe they'll be a little bit worse. I don't know. It's hard for me. But I don't know what to do with the C9 team right now. 100D, I have them at 4. You could put C9 at 4 for sure. You absolutely could. You could probably even put C9 at 3. You can move 100D down. I would not blame you, but I'm so excited for Bjergsen and Doublelift to be back playing together. They have a magic to them. They have something that has obviously worked in the past, and I don't know if it'll be able to work again, but putting them at 4th, it's not like I'm saying they're going to win the LCS or anything like that. They also have 2 of the biggest name prospects coming up from the academy scene in Busio and Tenacity. And we have Closer, who has been one of the best junglers in the LCS over the past couple of years. I think it's just a really great team on paper. I can't put them higher because, hey, Bjergsen, how good is he going to be this year? Is Doublelift even going to be good at all? Now, the great thing for 100 Thieves is even if Doublelift isn't good, they have Unforgiven ready to go. But I think Busio and Tenacity can burst onto the scene in a big way, especially on a roster like this. And I think 100 Thieves can be a very scary team. They also have a pretty nice coaching staff that they have assembled as well. Number 3, I'm going with Team Liquid. Summit, Pyosik, Harry, Jan, and CoreJJ. I think this team looks very nice on paper. Definitely a nice roster, but I have a lot of questions. Summit, I think he's going to come in and just be a beast. He is the, I guess, kind of coming back to defend his LCS MVP since he didn't get to defend it in the summer. And he was pretty good over in the LPL. Yes, he did not end his LCS stint very strong, but I think that's going to be okay. Pyosik is the defending world champion. But how good are Harry and Jan? I don't know. How good is CoreJJ going to be? I don't know, because I really wasn't that impressed with them last year. This team can be very, very good if everything clicks and works, but I think there's a lot of risk going on here as well. Could go really, really bad, could go poorly. I'm keeping them at 3 for now. And at number 2, I have EG. I think this team, I love this roster. I think this team looks very, very strong. Someday inspired JoJo, really one of the best players at their position in top, jungle, and mid in the LCS. If JoJo keeps getting better, he has a chance to maybe be like an MVP caliber player this year. So does Inspired. So does Someday. They really have 3 MVP capable players, which is awesome. FBI, I don't know how he's going to do. I don't think he ended his 100 Thieves stint that strongly last year, but getting to play with a new support, I think Vulcan's a lot better than Huhi, so that could be a good thing for FBI. And getting to play on a new team where he has tons of weapons and threats around him could be really good, could be really bad. I think it's going to work out pretty well. I love this EG roster, but I don't think they're the best. I think at number 1, I have to go with FlyQuest. I really, really like this roster, as does everyone else. Really the only big, I guess there's 2 big questions. It's like Ayla, how good is he going to be? Which I think pretty good. When we saw him playing with TL a couple times last year, he was really, really strong. And Vikla, how good is he going to come in and be? Is he going to be the best mid laner in the LCS? Is he going to be like 2 or 3? How is he going to do against Bjergsen? How's he going to do against JoJo? How's he going to do against Gory? How's he going to do against Diplex? I don't know. Obviously, most people think he will be able to hold his own, if not just stomp everyone, but there's definitely some people who have some question marks about Vikla as well. It's not like this is Faker coming over or something like that. So we'll have to see. But Impact Spica Prince, that is a very, very good, core to have around Vikla and Ayla. And this team has a chance to be really, really special. I think you have to have FlyQuest number 1 coming into the year. But, hey, I think EG, TL, 100 Thieves, C9 are all really, really strong this year. And I'm excited about the LCS. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully I catch you in the next one. Make sure you check out Prize Picks, first link in the description below. Peace.